help is amplified. Perception's gone, can't tell what's real. When paranoia's all I feel. Out of my head with no control. Dead inside, I lost my soul. Out of my mind, it's all slipping away. The darkness inside is here to stay.
Start off our show today with the request for the New York Rats. That song's called Out of My Head. You're listening to the Punk Rock Demonstration. I'm Jack, and I'm in this dumpy old Los Angeles building that looks like something out of a horror film again. We've got the background noise that makes it sound horrific, but that's downtown Los Angeles for you. The Undead is in town. I'm hoping to see them. I didn't know that they were playing today. Today being Sunday that I'm recording the show on. The show that you're listening to is called Punk Rock Demonstration. I think I mentioned that earlier, but this humming noise in the background is very distracting. It's like a mechanical hum. Too bad we're still in August, and I can't say that the show is scary because it's Halloween month, which happens in October, in a month and a little bit. But it is what it is. Got plenty of punk rock here. At least there's air conditioning in here. They've been non-stop sending me alerts on my phone. They being, I don't know who, the government, weather service, Apple, I don't know. But for the past week and a half or so, they've been sending non-stop messages saying extreme heat warning. And then I look at the 100% accurate Apple weather, and it's only like in the high 90s. Only one day it said it was like 100 or something, but then they downgraded it back to like 98. But yes, non-stop every 30 minutes to an hour or so, extreme heat warning. I could have sworn in the summertime it gets even hotter, where my house is like 110, 115 degrees, sometimes even higher than that, and they don't send extreme heat warnings, but for some reason this time they're sending out extreme heat warnings. Luckily, I'm in a building where there's air conditioning here in Los Angeles, because my house doesn't have air conditioning, otherwise I might die from the warnings. It seems like the climate change people might have something to do with it, because they can't push through global warming agenda if there's no like non-stop heat alerts, even though it's less than 100 degrees. It's all a scam. But anyways, let's continue listening to more punk rock. We're here every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific time over at punkrockdemo.com. Again, that's punkrockdemo.com. Let's take a listen to DC Fallout now. This song's called The Sweet Irony of the Market.
To your question I propose, how did truth looks behind. It's a chance to around the fabric of the nation. I think it's time for a little operation. Thoughts and prayers, likes and shares. It's apathy with little care. Fascism is a bomb full of hate. Defuse now before it's too late. Rise up, put them back in their place. We gotta rise up, resist the bastards every day. Rise up, show them that we ain't afraid. We gotta rise up, no matter what it takes. Rats from the cellar made it up to the house, spreading disease that poisoned the well. Didn't take long for the sickness to spread, attacking everything blue, green and red. And on a platform made of fear and hate, they lied their way to head of state. Fascism came, like we always knew, carried a cross, make them ready to die. Rise up, put them back in their place. We gotta rise up, resist the bastards every day. Rise up, show them that we ain't afraid. We gotta rise up, put the food back to their face. Rise up, rise up. We gotta rise up, rise up. Rise up, rise up. We gotta rise up, rise up. Reflection when the scum dries, let's illuminate our shadows. I've changed the locks on my doors. You're not a person I recognize anymore. You're trying to twist it and hollow. My time has come, your day is done. You bedded down every creep in the town, found a new liquid stench you can swallow. You're wretched inside, what was beautiful died long ago. You're at the end of the show, where you take your curtain call. You'll find the audience was laughing as you fall. It was a psychotic ride, and it blistered my vision until the scum dried. It's time to sanitize the shadows. My time has come, your day is done. You bedded down every creep in the town, found a new liquid stench you can swallow. You're wretched inside, what was beautiful died long ago. You're at the end of the show, where you take your curtain call. You'll find the audience is laughing as you fall. It's time you close down the show. Go and take your curtain call, with just the memories of an audience that watched you fall. I see the silent places, home of their empty faces. Nothing but the darkest graves.
And there's Battle Flask with Teenage Lies and Scanner with Just Me and the Ghost. Sounds like a ghost in here. Got this echo going on. Freeze was before Scanner with When the Scum Dries and Harrington Saints with Rise Up. Ever since my email's been fixed, I've been getting bombed with emails, non-stop emails, and I even get reports that my website is vulnerable to some cross-site scripting stuff, which I spent all night on and fixed all those vulnerabilities, hopefully. So there should be no more of those vulnerabilities when you go on my website until someone else discovers some other vulnerabilities. But I guess that counts as a website update, right? When you fix some vulnerabilities, but nothing changes, at least the look and feel. But whatever, at least it's more secure now. The website is punkrockdemo.com if you'd like to test it out and see if there's any other vulnerabilities and let me know. Since my email is working, you can contact me there. While you're there, you can find the playlist for these shows. I've got every single one up on there. But right now, let's continue some more punk rock music because we're listening to the show called Punk Rock Demonstration. Let's take a listen to Mesa Lanes. This song's called Let's Get High.
Feel like fucking shit. Looks like rain, so let's get high tonight. God's a fucking joke, and I hate my boss who works like doing time. And there ain't no songs on the radio, there ain't no friends of mine gonna pull me from depression or lead me from my mind. Really feeling down, and I left my heart 1,000 miles away. And I called you on the phone, I guess there ain't a whole lot left to say. And there ain't no songs on the radio, there ain't no friends of mine gonna pull me from depression or lead me from my mind. Leave my stinky alone, I'm sitting on the telephone talking to my baby girl. On a trip we took down to Johnson's Brook, sat there all day skipping stones. Now I feel like fucking shit, rent is due and I ain't got a dime. And I lost my fucking job, this kind of shit just happens all the time. And there ain't no songs on the radio, there ain't no friends of mine gonna pull me from depression or lead me from my mind. Really feeling down, it looks like rain, so let's get high. Looks like rain, so let's get high. Looks like rain, so let's get high tonight. yeah, I understood. Black, brown, yellow, red and white. Fuck racial shit, we find the real fight. Die within, I come from within. I don't need no fight for skin. Fuck racial pride, deal with racial pride. I got a true pride inside. Pride within, I've got pride within. I don't need no pride for skin. Fuck racial pride, deal with racial pride. I've got a true pride inside. Pride within, I've got pride within. I don't need no pride for skin. Fuck racial pride, deal with racial pride. I've got a true pride inside. Pride inside. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. I got pride within. In your one hand, wishes in the other. Never gonna back down, never run for cover. Days been begging you.
my poos. Well, I've been wrapped up in newspaper with yesterday's news, and now I'm walking around with the dog food blues. I've got the dog food blues. I've got the dog food blues. I've got the dog food blues. I can't afford no booze. Yeah, I'm wasting away. I had to eat dog food today. Well, I've got friends in low places with nowhere's embraces. I've got the dog food blues. I'm picking fleas out my pubes. Well, I've been wrapped up in newspaper with yesterday's news, and it ain't no lie. I've got the dog food blues. I've got the dog food blues. Ever had the dog food blues? Teeth are in the bin. Well, I've got friends in low places, but they've always got smiles on their faces. I got the dog food blues. I'm picking worms out my poos. Well, I've been wrapped up in newspaper with yesterday's news, but with my dog by my side, yeah, I just won't lose. I'll beat the dog food blues. Wave goodbye to the dog food blues.
of luck. And when this song is ripped away, we'll sit back and fight out of luck.
Heard Combat Crisis there with Out of Luck, and some Bonehouse with Rot. Balsall Heathens with Dog Food Blues before Bonehouse, and some Greg Antista and the Lonely Streets with Halfway to Whole, and Resilience with Pride Within before Greg Antista and the Lonely Streets. I'm Jack, you're still listening to the punk rock demonstration. We're still out here in this ghetto building here that looks like a scene out of a horror film. But anyways, let's continue some more punk rock with the Pugilistics. This song's called The Scene.
That's what makes the brain grow.
Sponsorship, many boys, and the top and logo, hey you kids, whatever happened, just living in the fucking pit. Together, we can take the scene. Together, we can take the scene.
Welcome to my world and welcome to the show. I
call me, I'll be there. When life throws you many curveballs, just call me, I'll be there. When you're not ready for another fall, just call me, I'll be there. And you just want to lose control, just call me, I'll be there. Just call me, I'll be there. You call me, I'll be there.
It's all corrupted in every single way. Patterns of bullshit every single day. Doesn't matter what I say, doesn't matter what I do. It's just a fucking game. I'm just a fucking fool. I've been shot down. It's just a game. I've been shot down. It's all the same. I've been shot down. It's just a game. I've been shot down. It's all the same. It's all corrupted in every single way. Patterns of bullshit every single day. Doesn't matter what I say, doesn't matter what I do. It's just a fucking game. I'm just a fucking fool. I've been shot down. It's just a game. I've been shot down. It's all the same. I've been shot down. It's just a game. I've been shot down. It's all the same. What's the difference? It's never gonna change. Living a life that's completely fucking strange. Trapped in a world and I'm living in a cage. Trapped in a world and life is just a stage. I've been shot down. It's just a game. I've been shot down. It's all the same. you know, you know, you know. Some take it fast, some take it slow. We go, we go, we go. You know, some take it fast, some take it slow. We go, we go, we go. Let's go the leading role of the one-man show. You know, you know, you know. Some take it fast, some take it slow. We go, we go, we go.
This one's called Airwave Raid. Dance to the kids, sing lightning. Ain't no ready broken. There was time to play so loud. Speakers say smoke till. Dollars on the music, he's gonna get a music all the time. Yeah, it was a man for rock and roll, baby, and we're gonna take it back. It's Airwave Raid. Come on, Airwave Raid. You know it. Airwave Raid. We got it. Airwave Raid. I don't need your rap, but I'm turning in dictaphone. You got your fucks with my window, still a minute like a joke. Feel me looking for the number one spot, so I never even got a phone. Now real fucks the day, this bitch can show me down the road. Airwave Raid. Come on. Airwave Raid. You got it. It's Airwave Raid. We want it. It's Airwave Raid. And all that garbs on the radio, exactly what's fucking garbage. It's just like eating it up. It's deterring your brain, turning into styrofoam inside the head instead of actual brain. You're not thinking. We want you to use your brain. Come on! Airwave Raid. You got it. Airwave Raid. We want it. Airwave Raid. We got it. Airwave Raid. Dance to the kids, sing it on me. Radio is broken. There was time to play so loud. Think you say smoke till. Time moves on, the music is gonna go to music all the time. There was a man for rock and roll, fucker, and we're gonna take it back. It's Airwave Raid. Come on, it's Airwave Raid. You got it. Airwave Raid. We got it. Airwave Raid.
That was Lower Class Brats there with Airwave Raid. I don't think I've ever played that song before. Or maybe I've played it one or two times in a decade plus ago. But there it is again. Shifty with One Man Show before Lower Class Brats, and some Codename Hard Hat with Shot Down. Booze and Glory with Brace Up before Codename Hard Hat. I still haven't come up with those questions for Booze and Glory that I'm supposed to do an interview with. Need to do that soon, been so busy. And Broken Spokes before Booze and Glory. That song's called We Are the Fight. I wonder if Broken Spokes are still around. A lot of bands have disappeared off the face of the planet, and it's unfortunate. But at least the bands are kept alive here on the show called Punk Rock Demonstration every week on Mondays. It's from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific time. Let's continue some more punk rock with Spider. This one's called Tabula Rasa.
Destroyer, a killer, tomb face. I hate slapping face. I hate the fucking mess. They hate me.
Some Sunobethers there with Hate the Shade, Latte Plus with Anyway I Want to Be With You, Dog Company before Latte Plus with Word Became Flesh, and her Chuck Norris Experiment with The Knife before Dog Company, and Anti-Nowhere League with I Hate People. I wonder when the last day of summer is, or the first day of fall, however you see it. I know Labor Day is coming up, and I don't remember if Labor Day was before or after summer ends, but looking forward to Labor Day. I've been so busy that I need a vacation, and a holiday is a good day for vacation. I've actually accidentally taken Memorial Day off, Memorial Day being a holiday, and then I realized that I took that day off and had to revoke my request for taking that day off because it was already a day off. Sometimes you just work so much that you think holidays are not days off. Anyways, let's continue some more punk rock, and then we'll take a listen to new songs that people have been sending in throughout the week over at the website, punkrockdemo.com. Let's take a listen to Zoo Party now. This one's called Dutch Courage.
A low-down son of a scum. You're just a low-down son of a bum. You're just a low-down son of a scum. You're just a low-down son of a bum. One more drink before you go, one more ticket to the show. Dutch courage before you go. Dutch courage, Dutch courage, Dutch courage make you move. Dutch courage, Dutch courage, Dutch courage before you go. Dutch courage, Dutch courage, Dutch courage make you move. Dutch courage, Dutch courage. Company, don't have no friends, have no friends, cause I don't like the company. One more drink before you go, one more ticket to the show. That's courage before you go. That's courage, that's courage, that's courage make you move. That's courage, that's courage, that's courage before you go. That's courage, that's courage, that's courage make you move. That's courage, that's courage.
smile's a trap, his heart's impure. There was a man with a silver tongue, promises sweet like the songs he sung. He sold his potions in every town, but his magic brought the people down. He said, take this, it will heal you faster. But the real life, it didn't last. With every sip, the poison spread. They trusted him, but they were misled. He said, take this, it will heal you fast. But the relief, it didn't last. With every sip, the poison spread. They trusted him, but they were misled. In the dark of night, the truth was clear. His potions brought more pain than cheer. The richer he got, the sicker they grew. But no one knew what the snake would do. Beware the snake that sells the lie. His care ain't sweet, it makes you cry. He'll take your health, leave you to rot. In the end, you've paid a lot. He built a house on the hill so high, with riches stolen, let the poor folk die. But when the storm came, his walls fell down. The truth exposed, he lost his crown. The people rose, they saw the light. No more blind faith in the darkest night. They broke the chains, they spread the word. Now the snake's hiss is barely heard. In the dark of night, the truth was clear. His potions brought more pain than cheer. The richer he got, the sicker they grew. But no one knew what the snake would do. Beware the snake that sells the lie. His cure ain't sweet, it makes you cry. He'll take your health, leave you to rot. In the end, you've paid a lot. Beware the snake that sells the lie. His cure ain't sweet, it makes you cry. He'll take your health, leave you to rot. In the end, you've paid a lot.
Heard Hellflowers there with Spanish Bombs and some Maggot House with Everything is Trash. Squeal 94 with the Snake Oil before Maggot House, and some Paul Cody and Edsel Brothers with Nut Up. And you're listening to New Punk Rock here in the Punk Rock Demonstration. You can send over punk rock if you're a band by going to punkrockdemo.com. Make sure it sounds like punk rock, otherwise might not make it on the show. Let's continue with some Kitten Head now. That song's called Home.
The world is ending.
Sitting in the dark, thinking about the next move. I can't think, I gotta find
a perfect way to be? What should I wear? How should I act? Is there a correct way to speak? I try so hard to crack the code and try to keep it on the low, but I can't tell which way to go. Don't think I'll ever know. So many questions in so little time. I do my best to keep them off my mind. What are the answers? Is still anybody's game? That's just the question of the day. I wonder how everyone else seems to have it all figured out. They go about their daily lives while I am filled with so much doubt. They tell me what they want to see. I only wish I could be free. How is it they want me to be? Don't think I'll ever know. So many questions in so little time. I do my best to keep them off my mind. What are the answers? Is still anybody's game? That's just the question of the day. But in the end, I realize there is no right or correct way, and what or where, how I behave, and words I use are up to me. I'm gonna make it on my own, even if it means I walk alone. If there's a correct way to go, don't care to ever know. So many questions in so little time. I do my best to keep them off my mind. What are the answers? Is still anybody's game? That's just the question of the so many questions in so little time. I do my best to keep them off my mind. What are the answers? Is still anybody's game? That's just the question of the day. That's just the question of the day. That's just the question of the day.
rumination. I can't take anymore. All the bad things I'm thinking about swirl around in a tornado of doubt. Can I borrow your mind for a day? 'Cause I've had it with my head voice. Yeah, I toss and turn at night. Need to get myself alright. Where's my meditation tape? 'Cause I've had it with my head voice. Quit the booze to keep me clear. Therapy to ease my fears. Don't wanna yell, don't wanna cry. I wanna feel at peace inside. You tell me that I'll wake up to find I'm fine. Laying next to you, you may be right. 'Cause I forgot about the rumination, frustration. I can't take anymore. All the bad things I'm thinking about swirl around in a tornado of doubt. Can I borrow your mind for a day? 'Cause I've had it with my head voice. Yeah, I toss and turn at night. Need to get myself alright. Where's my meditation tape? 'Cause I've had it with my head voice. All the bad things I'm thinking about swirl around in a tornado of doubt. Can I borrow your mind for a day? 'Cause I've had it with my head voice. Yeah, I toss and turn at night. Need to get myself alright. Where's my meditation tape? 'Cause I've had it with my head voice. Yeah, I've had it with my head voice. Yeah, I've had it with my head voice.
There's Ricky Rochelle there with some new stuff. That song's called Head Voice, and the Cheats with Time to Leave before Ricky Rochelle. The Awkward Middle with Question of the Day before the Cheats, and Not Scientists with Endgame before the Awkward Middle, that band from France. Got one more segment of punk rock before I end off the show here called Punk Rock Demonstration, and then I'll be back again next week on Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time for a new show, and that show will repeat on Tuesday from 7 a.m. until 9 a.m. Pacific time. Let's continue with some Holy Smokes now. This song's called No One to Trust. They recorded this completely analog and mastered it analogly, however the hell you say that word, if that's even a word. But they recorded it on tape and just everything was analogly done, except when I played it on the show it became digital, since the show is digital here.
Gotta get myself above this sinking ship. There must be more than after this. Keep on making the same mistake. Running out of time, it's getting late. The more I play, the more
heathens and sinners. Your salvation awaits you. Your salvation awaits you. Set aside your transgressions and doubt, for the path is clear. Do not believe all that you read, for I am here, and I can decipher what is real. So come inside, hear the message that awaits you. Got so good at my television, so you want to use religion. Take your money with his empty bag, fuck this cause you want to see him stare. All he does is fucking lie, do not stop him if you try. Don't tell me he stands for you, uses God as his excuse. Shed away your shackles and burdens and be redeemed. Let go of those things that bind you and free your tithes and offerings. Are you heathens and sinners?
There are moments in life, experiences that you pave your path with. So many people pass by, but there's a couple that you share your laughs with. We were young in our prime, I'll always remember every summer. Riding out to the shows, those were the best times that I ever had. Pins and patches are closed, sneaking tomboys past your mom and dad. Running circles in the pit, chanting every word together. We were chatting along with the windows down and our favorites is gone. We were chatting together with a fist in the air and a beer in the other.
dances at shows anymore. You know, nobody dances at shows anymore. Oh, whoa, whoa. Your friends never let you down. You let yourself down. And your friends never let you down. You let yourself down. It's not just you, but it's my knees. And it's not just me, and it's not just all the friends we love. Nobody dances at shows anymore. Nobody dances at shows anymore. You know, nobody dances at shows anymore. Oh, whoa, whoa. Dance firecracker dance. Dance firecracker dance. Dance firecracker dance. Dance firecracker dance. Your friends never let you down. You let yourself down. No, your friends never let you down. You let yourself down. Oh, whoa. Crazy situation, you never saw it coming. For all you trust, crumbles into dust. Let's go. Fake, fake friends. Fake, fake friends. Fake, fake friends. Get away from me. I don't really know why I put up with them. Cheating, stealing, they don't ever care. Let's go. Fake, fake friends. Fake, fake friends. Fake, fake friends. Get away from me. Fake, fake friends. Fake, fake friends. Fake, fake friends. Get away from me. Crazy situation, you never saw it coming. For all you trust, crumbles into dust. I don't really know why I put up with them. Cheating, stealing, they don't ever care. Let's go. Fake, fake friends.
Staring at you,
Fake, fake friends.
look behind you,
Fake, fake friends.
talking down,
Fake, fake friends.
lying next to you.
Fake, fake friends.
Don't believe in you,
Fake, fake
they
friends.
laugh at you,
Fake, fake friends.
beating you down.
Fake, fake friends. Get away from me.
Heard the Frestonians there with Fake Friends and the Grimly Pleased with Nobody Dances at Shows Anymore. The Atomic Squirrels before the Grimly Pleased with Return to the Wind, and the Lamplighter with God Salesman before the Atomic Squirrels. So you've been listening to the Punk Rock Demonstration. I'm Jack, and I'll be back again next week on Monday for a new show here on punkrockdemo.com. Let's end off today's show with Papa Satch. The song's called Stay With Me. Until next time, thanks for listening.
We were finally on that trip, on the road with tree-lined hills, to laugh, crazy scene. Stay with me. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Times you want, all the times I need. Stay with me. What a night it will be. I was hoping you'd stay